Hi everyone, welcome to Springtide Readings. I'm Christina. I'm going to be your host. Got my team back here. They're ready to go. That's pretty much it, isn't it? Except to say thank you for all your support. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for everything you give back. I feel like this isn't just my channel. I feel like it's a group effort to get these messages out here and to grow this channel. So thank you very much for that. Thank you for all your support. I appreciate that. I'm still trying not to swear. Honestly, the only time I have a problem with not swearing during this Lent period is during my readings. Yeah, but when you're reading about people who are... I don't like injustice. Injustice, it upsets me. It ticks me off. I don't like injustice, and I don't like bullies either. So, hey, if that makes me I don't know what. If that makes me bad, then, well, smack my bottom and send me on my way. I don't know. Right. On that delicate note, let's get started. Let's see what these cards have to say today. Yesterday was a doozy. My goodness. And not only that, it took 27 hours to upload. So, yeah, I thought we'd get a jump on it and do this, get this done. Protected on the bottom of the card. Woohoo! Right, let's see what these cards have to say. Take what resonates. If nothing resonates with you and it's not your faces and places I'm talking about, it's probably not your reading. But if you know who I'm talking about, maybe you recognize who I'm talking about. You'll recognize the stories that we're talking about. So, yeah. Pass it on, because a heads up is a wonderful thing. Well, the universe will not give you too much. But boy, will they push it to the limit. They'll push it to however far they can possibly take that one. A soldier, I would say that's either a soldier, that you are actually military, retired military, or you are someone who has been through quite a lot in life, and you have a do or die attitude as soon as your back is turned. Let's clarify soldier. Let's start over there. Ooh. One flipped over. Clarify soldier. Whoa. I'm putting these back because grab these. All right. All right. Okay. All right, I'm going to put this bit down here. I have a feeling, and I had a feeling before I even started, that this was going to be an extension of yesterday's reading. But, if it is, then I think we might try something else because, crikey, yeah. Right, well, tables are turning. That's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. Well, if you're on the receiving end of the positive side of the tables turning. I guess if you've been bad, then, but I don't see that's what this is. I see this being a change to your circumstances. You've been chasing your tail for quite a long time, been going round and round in circles. There's a need to release. Be kind to yourself. That's always good advice. There's a meeting on the table, funnily enough. Let's clarify all these. And clarify this reading for me, team. Yeah, well, if you've got a plan, stick to it. Saying, don't change. You are headed in the right direction, is what this says to me. So stick to the plan. Think before you speak. A haunted home. Interesting. I have no idea where we're headed with this. Well, sort of. I do. Before I even started, I felt like this was going to be an extension of yesterday, and I hope it's not, because I don't really particularly want to start all over again. We're here now. We paid, and you will have fun. Not you. Oh, never mind. Be realistic. What else we got? Keep your cool. It's that fresh start. Anything else you want to add to this? Yeah, keep your cool. Don't react. There's that one as well. Yep, I figured that was the case. You're a survivor. Headed for a rebirth. Yeah, this is an extension of yesterday. I knew it. I knew that was going to be the case. All right, so obviously there's something else that they want to tell you about the murder in the hospital reading that we did yesterday. Cause see, here's that video audio evidence again. See, this is a big piece to this puzzle. Is this audio evidence? This evidence. Now, if you don't have the evidence, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to the ones who this reading isn't for you, obviously, because this is not going to be for everybody. But if they're getting it, if they're saying it, I've got to get it out there. So I'm going to put this old hospital thing up here because that's where this thing happened. So it may not even be you that has the evidence, but I suspect that it will be somebody who was there. Like I said yesterday, there were multiple witnesses to this thing. So that evidence is coming out. Just picking a fight, violation, and that was a violation. What I saw yesterday was it was pretty disgusting, really. Well, you know how much I really don't like that card, but it is a thing. And actually, what I heard when I picked that up was that someone is getting readings. They're getting readings about you, about what you know. Because they're really worried. This group I talked about yesterday is really, really worried about getting caught. Part of me just wants to bundle all this, the false pretenses. Yeah, divination. Look, I'm telling you, these people are getting readings about you. And okay, you're getting a reading here, but I'm gonna have to put that on because it's important. It's important that because they're gonna somebody's pointing the finger at you and saying, oh well, they're crazy because they get readings and they do this and they believe in past lives or they believe in this, that, and the other. Yeah, exactly. However, they're doing the same thing, and on top of it, you are going to be proven innocent. Okay. That is really, really important. You will be proven innocent, and I saw that yesterday. And see, look, we're into spiritual attacks now as well. Spiritual attacks don't have to be intentional. Someone could think a bad thought about somebody, and because they are vibey and have access to energy, it sends a bad energy. That's a spiritual attack. It could be something as simple as that, or it could be full on lighting black candles and getting some graveyard dirt and some coffin nails and that sort of deal. Spiritual attacks happens accidentally sometimes. My team just said this is no accident. This is very intentional. For them to point the finger at you and say, she's the one, or they are the one, or he is the one, and that they're the ones with the problem. But it isn't. It isn't. You're working on the spirit, necromancy is what they just said. So they're sending, necromancy is the practice of sending spirits most of the time, as far as I've seen, because I've known people who have sent them to me, as spiritual attacks. Most of the time it's wayward spirits. Most of the time it's just wayward spirits who they don't know what they're doing. They don't know where they're going. Maybe they did something really bad in the past in their life. They're the one that ended to put them in that situation. And they don't know, and maybe they think that this is the punishment, the purgatory, and all that stuff. But I don't, I really hate necromancy. It really, really, really upsets me. It's bullying as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I just think that's just a lowly, really lowly thing to do to somebody, is to send a spirit to their home to cause trouble. But it takes all kinds, I guess. Well, this is a heck of a reading, isn't it? But I feel like I've got to put this out here because well, let's just shut up, stop making excuses, and just get on with it. Yeah, cut the cords. It's time to walk away from these people. It's time to walk away from, okay, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you kind of need to go back and listen to that other reading. It's a long one, but, it is what it is. I can't make my team talk about anything specific, really. Although I don't really give them that option. I just let them talk because they're going to know what's important. They're going to know what's more important. The important lessons to get out. The important information to get out, better than I am. So, yes, I think that if at all possible, now I know this is very difficult because this is your medical treatment right here. But what they're asking you to do is to cut the cords, walk away from them, because they're not doing you any good anyway. And after this bout of bad health that was yesterday, the bad health that we talked about yesterday anyway, I think that things have kind of stabilized a bit, but move. If at all possible, move. If you need medical treatment, move. Go somewhere else. Go, I don't care, thousands of miles away if you have to. Another country would be good. What I know that's bizarre, but what happened in this hospital that these people experienced, it's a big deal. And they know that you were there, and if they catch wind of the fact that you picked up on something, or that I don't know, that maybe it's just time. Maybe it's just time to go, really. Yeah, see, if I know it. I know. This is what we talked about yesterday. And as I said yesterday, there's 178 cards in this deck. All right, that's witness and murder, and no good is going to come of this. Not for them. Now, if you remember yesterday, we had this fresh start. We had pure joy. We had so many positive attributes. And I said, whoever I'm talking to is a soldier. I said that yesterday. So that this is what it is. It is an extension of that reading. You witnessed a murder. That is what this all boils down to. And the reason that these people are going to, as it said yesterday, and I think it actually said this today about meeting. The reason that they're going to invite you to this meeting is they're going to size you up. They want to know how much you know. And they are going to really try to antagonize you and pick a fight. They're going to try to work under false pretenses and violate your personal space. Not physically, I wouldn't think. Wouldn't put it past anybody, really. But, they need to know how much you know. I can't believe we're talking about this again today. I thought it was weird yesterday, but here we are yet again. And I knew it was a hospital. I told you guys it was a hospital. Witness a murder. 178 cards. I had a feeling this was gonna be the case. All right, let's see what else they got to say. Whoa. Yeah, that's what came out yesterday. Good fortune. That this is going to be good fortune to you. And, yeah, see, they're going to try to scapegoat you. And, obviously the hidden agenda, that's a major thing here. They are definitely working with a hidden agenda. They're trying to scapegoat you. Like I said yesterday, they are going to make you out to be the bad guy. They're going to make you out to be unstable, or, oh, but you were on drugs, but you were really ill, but you were this, that, and the other. No, you know what you know. You know what you know. And even if you didn't really know, you knew, if that makes sense. To my vibey ones out there, that will make sense. You get feelings, or, and maybe it's not even information that you're getting. You're getting energy, and it is sometimes very difficult to read energy. especially if you're new to it, especially if you're not really used to doing it. Most of the people I'm talking to are experienced in this area. It's like the person who is in a relationship and, they know that their person is cheating. There's no evidence. There's not even any real evidence. There's no, it's not in your face, but you know. And then when you find out, you're like, God, I wish I would have listened. I wish I would have listened. How many times do we vibey people say that? I wish I would have listened. Because you knew. Your intuition, that was one of the first cards to pop out yesterday, was about trust your intuition. Like I said, maybe you knew, but you didn't know. And it was a confirmation yesterday. That's sitting on the back on the bottom of the deck. We definitely hit that reading in depth yesterday, and that Thief card came out yesterday as well. So and like I said yesterday, and I'm sorry to harp on about what I said yesterday, but because we never do that, in fact. But what I kept seeing from this group who had carried out this murder was that the reason for it was some level of money, because the word traitor came out, and it was inheritance, and yeah, it's something about money. Yeah, same cards are coming out as yesterday. They were warned. They were warned not to do this. They spent a lot of time organizing this. They spent a lot of time getting it all together, getting all the details together. And like I said yesterday, they were very arrogant about how they went about communication. Being on the phone, sending texts, emails. It was definitely not a calculated covering of one's tracks when they were doing this. They were reckless, and they were warned that this is a problem. Whether they were warned by their team, God, poor paint. Whether they were warned by their team, whether they were warned by their peers and other people who were involved in this. And because I feel that there was a lot of people involved in this. Even if there wasn't people there were a lot of people from top to bottom who worked in that hospital who allowed this to happen. And I don't think it was an organ harvesting thing. I don't think this was some random attack. I don't think it was some random person that they hit. I feel that this was some sort of family connection as with this group as well. There you go. It's a weird reading, but hey, that's what what are you going to do? Fact is, somebody needs to hear this, and somebody, universe willing, come on, universe, I hope the right people hear this. I hope that the people who are struggling with dealing with what they've seen get to hear this message, because maybe it'll help. Maybe it'll find some level of peace within them to know that, you know what, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. There was some really bad crap that went on. Okay, now you wouldn't say that, would you? In church. There was some really bad stuff that went down at this hospital. And, like I said yesterday, this is not just one or two people that this has happened to. This is a large group of people. The universe has put these people through this so that they can elevate, and that's part of the good fortune. Although yesterday we did see some sort of monetary compensation sort of dealie coming back, because this is a big deal. To put this group of people through listening to this man, woman, whatever, this person get tortured, because that's what I saw. That's what I saw yesterday. This person was tortured to death. And their family think that it was natural causes. It was not natural causes. This person was intentionally killed. They planned on it. They got this person in the hospital by not necessarily attacking them outside of the hospital. It was not a chance thing that this individual ended up in hospital. What I kept seeing yesterday, and I didn't talk about this, but what I kept seeing yesterday was that they went out like a honey trap kind of deal, that they drugged him, or that they drugged this person. I do actually get that it's a masculine that was killed in hospital, and they'd either drugged him or they did something. They did something to make it look like he had an illness, but it wasn't. It wasn't an illness. It was manufactured. Whatever it was put him in a whole lot of pain. That really, really put him in pain. And that's not even, I don't even think that's what really killed him. I think it was this group of people who just all night just tortured him. I know how crazy it sounds. I said that yesterday. But yeah, look at this. Look at this. Sitting on the bottom of the deck. Because you're a psychic powerhouse. And that's you use your gifts. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We're using our gifts to pick this thing apart. And, I'm a big believer in justice. I have an almost Disney idea of what justice has to be. If somebody does something wrong, they should be punished for it. End of. What's the problem with that? I don't think that you should have to pay to get justice. I think that's disgusting. How does that even work? I get how it works in the real world. What I don't get is that that's not really what law is to me. That's not what the law is to me. The law to me is the concrete. It's the cement that holds and binds our society together. Because without it, there's not a clear-cut line of right and wrong. And a lot of people need that. A lot of people, the common sense doesn't really kick in as much as it probably should. And, they get swept up in things. But, this is a clear cut. This is wrong. This is right. But if you can pay to have justice, then, that just kind of screws the whole system up, really. It's not right. It's not right. Yeah. Okay. Little rant over there. It goes into the whole, I don't really like injustice and I don't like bullies, because the same could be said for, look at that. Did it happen on holiday? Did it happen to you while you were in another country? Did it happen to you when you were in somewhere else? Remember they said be vigilant yesterday. They said be vigilant, not just yesterday. They wanted you to be vigilant every day. They want you to be brave. They want you to be vigilant. Yeah, that's again. This is going to be a shock. This is going to be a shock when this comes out. You're probably dealing with alcoholics. Heck, maybe you became an alcoholic because of all this, because you're self-medicating, trying to process what it was that you saw. That's not uncommon, and that's no one could blame you for that. What you witnessed, and you don't even realize. I think a lot of people don't even realize, there's drugs. I don't even think they realize what they saw. There it is again, spiritual attacks. These people are they're just wrong-uns. They're just scary and just, my Lord. Yeah, it's scary, really scary. Because I don't think these people, never mind the fact that they can read man's laws and they know what's wrong and what's right. It's not, thou shalt not murder and all that. I don't, that's not that difficult, really. That's not that difficult to stick to, really. Especially when you work in a situation where you're supposed to be saving people's lives. I really honestly feel, and this could go into the alcoholic thing that we just pulled the card for. I really feel that there is a bit of self-medicating going on here, whether it's for you from both sides, actually. And we said this yesterday, being both sides of self-medicating. But I think that they're going to tell you that you have no right to say this, that they did this because you were on drugs. They the drugs that they had put you on, the medication that they had given you, they're going to use that as a scapegoat. They're going to use that as an out. But it doesn't matter, because the fact of the matter is somebody who was there has evidence. They have evidence. Even if it's just one person who has evidence, it's still, somebody's got evidence. So, really, that's what you get. That's what you get for being this level of bad. And like I said yesterday, I don't think the victim was actually I don't think the victim is a very nice person. I don't think that the victim, that's weird because that came out yesterday as well. I don't think the victim was a great person. I think that they were probably pretty dastardly in their deeds, someone just said back there. But that doesn't give these people the right to do what they did to this person. They did not give them the right to kill them. I met some bad people. Terrible, awful people while I was growing up and all through my life. But that doesn't mean that I would want to kill them, really. My ex, let's not even go into that. It's just that that's not for them to decide. That's not for them to decide. It's like a vigilante killing. But more than that, it's about money. It is about money. Master manipulator. I don't think these people, that's what these people are. That's why I'm telling you to be very, very careful about this meeting that they're going to invite you to. Just be careful, because they are very, very, very manipulative. Prophetic dreams. I suspect you're probably dreaming about it. Maybe you dreamt about it before it even happened. And that's a bugger. And I really, when things like that happen, I just think, oh, there you go. I've had my own experiences with interesting experiences such as this, and prophetic dreams to tell your friend about your dream about. That it's, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I do, I said this yesterday. I think things are going to be moving really fast. I don't think this is going to go on for years. I think this is going to move really, really quickly. And government official. And I said this yesterday, that they had been under surveillance. This group had been under surveillance anyway. Like I said, top to bottom. And there's a lot of people involved. It's a really weird situation. How these people ever thought they were going to get away with this forever, I don't know. Problem is, I think they've got away with it for years. I think they've been doing this same sort of thing for so long, and they've got away with it that, I know how nuts it sounds. I know how crazy this sounds, but then that's what they're going to use against the person who saw this. They're going to say, do you know how crazy that sounds? Probably not in that accent, but whatever, wherever they are. Anything else? Anything else? Jeez. What a situation. Yeah, the storm is coming. And the storm is coming for them. Good. Yeah, yeah. This healer, and like I said, I don't usually read these reversed, but this healer reversed, that's what these people are. They portray themselves as healers and heroes and the rest of it, but they're not. They're not heroes. They're not heroes. They're murdering, fill in the blank, with a 4-letter word preferably. These people are horrible. They are horrible, horrible people. And they do it under the guise of being a healer. They do it under the guise of being doctors, nurses, assistants, whatever their job title is. But that's just, yeah. It's sick. It is sick. But I do see them, look, I do see them inviting you for discussions. But you're a survivor. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. You are a survivor. And it's the lies on top of lies on top of lies on top of lies. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. You don't know what to believe when it comes to these people. And the fact of the matter is, you're a master manifester, and they took that for granted. Like I said yesterday, they think that, I'm sorry, I know I'm repeating myself from things I did yesterday. It's just that it's important. These things were important, and that's why we're covering them again today. You're a master manifester, and what they think you are is dumb. They think you're dim. They think you're insane. They think that all the things that you're not. Pretty much opposite of everything. That you have no integrity, that you're a liar, that you're this, that, and the other. And actually, it's not you, it's them. And a lot of the people that you've dealt with, they may say, yes, I think this person is mentally unhinged, or they have, mental health problems, or, however they word that. But actually, they know inside that that's a lie. That's lies on top of lies. And they're going to get caught. Look, you are going to be proven innocent to all of this. So I don't, think before you speak. Think before you speak. Don't go in there hot and heavy. By all means, do not do that. Do not go in there hot and heavy and say, well, I know what I saw and blah, 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 blah. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Think before you speak. Take it, stick to the plan. Think before you speak. Be very, very careful of what you tell these people. They're dangerous. They're absolutely dangerous. That's why they're telling you to be, That's why they're telling you to be careful and to be vigilant. Honest truth revealed. Sitting on the bottom of the deck. You know. They went too far. They absolutely went too far. And weirdly, discussions. This meeting is happening, you guys. Look, message. This meeting is happening, you guys. It is going to give them a level of fame, because I do think this is going to be on the news. I think this is going to be out in the media, out in the world, and it's not going to be a secret anymore. And I think it's going to give them a level of fame, and it's not going to be a fun fame for sure. You've got a loyal supporter, a loyal supporter in the background, and I think that loyal supporter is this government official. These people who were surveilling, because I'm telling you, these people were being surveilled before this thing even kicked off. I think they were being surveilled. Now maybe they didn't. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense, because if they were surveilling them and they knew that they were planning on doing this, maybe they didn't know when. I don't know. It just seems to me they would have nabbed them. Maybe they didn't have enough evidence to do so. Maybe that's what it was. Con artist. Don't react. That's a good one. That's a really good one. I think there's quite a few of those sort of, keep your cool kind of deal on the table. Don't react. Keep your cool. This is going to be good luck for you. These people are just pumping out the misinformation. Right. Yeah, okay. I just split the deck. You're protected. So you're protected. You're protected. You have to go through this to evolve and elevate to the next level. I'm gonna grab these. See what these have to say. Actually, I'm gonna grab these. Right. My first card out, message. Because they're the message, discussions and meetings and all this other stuff. They're gonna call you in. They want to know what you know. And even if this happened 2 years ago, which is what the time frame I saw yesterday, even if that is the case, they've not been caught yet. They've not been taken down. Why? I don't know. If they are being surveilled, surely somebody knows what they're doing. Maybe this is a bigger picture. Yeah, look at that. Their occupation is death. That is what they do. They take these people out. God, what the hell? I mean, really? Never mind the swearing for right now. What the hell? Really? These people are false. Like I said, they portray themselves as heroes. They portray themselves as healthcare heroes, and they really are not. They are the harbingers of death. But, there is going to be great fortune. It's bad health. That great fortune is going to bring change. And this wealthy man is something to do with this guy. He's the false person. And as much as it's not going to seem like it, this is going to be a gift. But it is going to go to court. And I think it's going to get quite ugly. And maybe you have to go on the stand and give evidence. I don't know. I know, it's weird. It just doesn't, you know, you think, God, it never could happen like this. But, you know, yes, it has. It really has. My team are not wrong. My team are never wrong. That's the card that came out yesterday. The unexpected income. Because I think that they're going to give you, yeah, and this is this woman who worked really hard through all this. But she's as false as he is. And she's the one who overstepped the boundaries. And she is going to prison. And, again, she expects to go to prison. She expects it. Yeah, I think they're gonna try to sugarcoat you. Soft soap you. See, that's what I said yesterday. They're gonna try to soft soap you. Make you feel that they would never do that. That they are these heroes that they go on about. Anything else? No, it's a gold digger. It's the card that came out yesterday. This person is a gold digger. They, not necessarily in the traditional form that they're doing it through marriage, but this was about money. You know, they killed this person for money. I don't know what kind of person you'd have to be to do something like that, but there you go. They were definitely working with other people as well. Jealousy, bitterness, vindictive. They're asking you to have patience. You know, be patient with yourself. Be patient with the situation. That's some crazy stuff. Really crazy stuff. The jealousy. I mean, it's almost... I see them being really jealous towards you. And I don't really get that. You know, these people seem to have so much. They've got families. They've got, you know, people who take care of them in this circle of people who, you know, if you can do this with somebody, then, you know, you got to be pretty close for that, surely. But they seem to be incredibly jealous of you. That you have something they never will. They will never have it. Whatever it is that you've got, that special little light inside you that shines out, you know, you have something they will never, ever, ever have. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the situation. You know, this is a... Be sure you're getting lots of rest as well. You know, don't overdo it. Is there anything else you want to add to this? No. Judgment. Judgment, because judgment's coming, most definitely. That's already started. You know, this judgment process has already started, and I really do feel that, you know, that's going to be ugly. That whole thing coming out in the national or in the news, international, national, whatever it is. Yeah, this has already started. This judgment has already started. And these people have no defense for what they've done. You know, especially with that evidence. You know, they can say whatever lie comes into their little heads. But, you know, it is not going to do anything. It's not going to do any good. And you're going to celebrate. You're going to get to celebrate. They won't be celebrating. Exactly. They'll be left out in the cold. They'll be left out in the cold. You know, look forward. Look forward, stick to the plan. Get your ducks in a row. And really, just concentrate on taking care of you. You know, that's just actually what I just said. Now, move forward. Steady movement, steady forward. That's going to get you. That's going to get you to where you need to be. You know, I think these people have forced you into hermit mode, but, you know, that's actually not a bad thing. I think you've learned a lot about yourself. You know, the universe is asking you to find the light inside you. And look, I just split the deck. There is a sun moment coming to you after all this. And it's some sort of, I'm not going to use the word charity, but it's something that's given to you. It's a monetary something that is given to you. Empress. And strength. You know, that came out yesterday as well. You know, she's not trying to put her head inside that lion's mouth. She's actually trying to push his mouth shut. Don't you do it. Don't you bite. Takes a lot of strength to do that, though. And I think that in this case, you're fighting the bite of these people over here. But that's all right. You know, you're a high priestess. You don't, or sorry, the empress. You don't, you're all right. You're okay. You're strong. And I don't think that you're going to have any problems dealing with this from now on, really. You know, it's been so long since this death that now it's time to tend to you. All right, I'm going to leave it there, you guys. Like, I'm sorry that this is going to have to kind of be part 2, really, of the hospital reading, but, and I probably didn't even say anything different than I did yesterday, but, you know, here we are, and this is what it is, and, you know, I can't, hopefully, I'll have a chat with the team and see if we can get back on some level of normal read. But in saying that, if I help somebody, then, oh, I hope so. I really, fingers crossed, I hope so. I want to help. I want to help. Burn your sage. Be vigilant. You know, look over your shoulder. We're not asking you, nobody's asking you to be paranoid. Just to be careful. Just to be safe. Just to watch after you. Because you're very important out there. All right? I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience with these weird readings. Take care of yourself. I love you. I love you to pieces. Bye, you guys.